Those are so cute. Hello everyone, this is Cherie, and this is my October 2025 wrap-up vlog, where I go over all the media I consumed in the month of October. Starting with plays. I read an actual theatrical play in the month of October, and it was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Now this got a lot of grief when it came out. People were saying it's not canon. J.K. Rowling helped write the story for it. She didn't write the actual play, but she did write the story, and I enjoyed it. Put it right up there on the shelf with the rest of my Harry Potter books. So I would recommend it. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Next up, screenplays. I read 5 screenplays, 1 unproduced and 4 produced. The 4 that were produced were The Hospital, Network, Heretic, and I Saw the TV Glow. The Hospital and Network both won Best Original Screenplay Oscars, and Heretic and I Saw the TV Glow were horror films that were released in 2024 that I really enjoyed, and so I read the scripts, and the scripts for both of those are fantastic. I would recommend reading both or either of them. I'm going to put in some examples from the Heretic script here. Now, there might be maybe some spoilers, I don't know, but I just thought it was a very interesting way that the writer-directors formatted their script. So this is again where if you're the writer-director, you can do stuff in your script that's kind of unconventional. And series. I watched season 5 of Only Murders in the Building, of course, and they just got renewed for season 6, which is great because it ended where one of the characters from an earlier season shows back up, you know, dead on the doorstep of the Arcadia? What's the name of their building now? But anyway, and it's a favorite actress of mine. So yeah, can't wait for season 6. And now, movies I watched in October and would recommend. Cha-Cha Real Smooth, which came out in 2022. It was written by, directed by, and starring Cooper Raiff. And he is just absolutely charming in this. It's about a party DJ who strikes up a relationship with Dakota Johnson's character. I also saw The Secrets in Their Eyes, the original Argentinian film that won an Oscar for Best International Film for the year it was released. And that was remade into an American film starring Nicole Kidman and Julia Roberts. I think the Argentinian film has it a little over the American remake, but they're both good. I saw a couple of AI run amok movies, one of my favorite horror subgenres. One was called Automata, starring Antonio Banderas, and the other was Megan 2.0, which I had missed when it was released in the theaters this summer. I enjoyed both those. I don't think there's an AI run amok movie that I won't enjoy on some level. So yeah, recommend both of those. And next up, 4 films by people I know, either in real life or tangentially. Gates of Flesh, Pesadilla, Shelby Oaks, and The True Story of Tamara de Lempicka. Now that last one is a documentary by my acquaintance from film school, Julie Rubio. She had come to one of my classes with her film East Side Sushi, which she had produced. And this is her follow-up that she directed and produced. And it's about the artist Tamara de Lempicka, whose artwork you probably have seen like in music videos, and just her artwork was all over the place in like the late 80s. And then the 3 narrative films on that list, all horrors, all independent low-budget films, were Gates of Flesh by Bob Giordano, who I was a member of the Tennessee Screenwriters Association with. And this is I think it's his second indie feature. I don't know if his first one was a short or a feature, but he's done two. And then Pesadilla by Dylan Anglin. He is a YouTuber that I follow, and I just really admire him because he talks about, elevated cinema. Like, he talks about all the stuff that most people don't watch, kind of like with the Harvard list that I'm doing. And then he makes lots of short films, and then this feature film. And then he's got another feature in the works. And I just love that, independent spirit, when people just go for it. They go for it. And Pesadilla, the title means nightmare. I didn't know that when I was watching it. I kind of wish I had. And then what was the third one? Shelby Oaks. So I actually went to the cinema on my day off and watched Shelby Oaks, which was co-written by and directed by Chris Stuckman, who is a YouTuber that I have followed for years. He is a film reviewer, and a couple years ago he did a Kickstarter so he could fund his first feature. And I contributed, the lowest tier level, but I contributed. And so I was one of the people that helped get Shelby Oaks made. And it is a super low budget. I think it was about like $2 million or something like that. So originally I think he was asking for like $250,000 on the Kickstarter, and he ended up getting like $1 million. And then Mike Flanagan came on as a producer, and they did some reshoots, and then so the budget kind of increased to $2 million. But honestly, for a movie that's released in a theater, $2 million, like, you don't see those. So it was really awesome that he had so much momentum, and so many people were interested in it, that he got to release it in the theaters. So, and when I went there, I thought my name would be in the credits because they put backers' names in the credits, and then it wasn't there. And I'm like, oh, where's my name? So I went back and looked, and it's like I had backed for $25, which means I'm just going to get a digital copy. In order to have your name in the credits, you have to have backed $250. So 10 times more what I backed. So that's why my name wasn't in the credits. But anyway, yeah, it was just really nice to see, a YouTuber make a feature, just like Dylan Anglin, and just like I'm going to do at the beginning of 2026. I'm going to make a no-budget feature because getting my 99% movie off the ground is still proving to be very difficult. That one's looking like it's going to cost about $3 million to make, and it's going to take a lot of time to raise that kind of money. So I am just happy to make a no-budget feature as my first feature film, and I'll talk more about that in my upcoming videos. I'm here with my friend Nikki, and we are going to be announcing our NaNoWriMo 2025 projects. Now, since it was October, I watched a lot of horror movies, and I do want to recommend 4 that I saw for the first time. There's 30 Days of Night, which is like an Alaskan vampire horror, and the original Candyman. I think I actually liked the remake a little better than the original, but the original was fun, very 80s. Detention, which was an Asian film. I'm sorry, I don't remember what country. I'll write it down here. And that was a horror that was based on a video game, actually. I thought they did a really good job. And then The Frighteners, which was directed by Peter Jackson and stars Michael J. Fox. And it was just a really fun horror, so like a comedy horror. And now on to the Harvard list. Now, because I was watching so many horror movies in October, I only got through 5 on the Harvard list. And of the 5, the only one I would really want to rewatch is Caro Diario, or Caro Diario. I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's a little like travelogue based on the director's real life of 3 significant times in his life, when he's driving around Rome, when he's going island hopping, and when he is trying to find out why he keeps itching, and he keeps going to a bunch of doctors who like give him different diagnoses and stuff. And it's just charming. So I really recommend Caro Diario. All right, that's it for the media I consumed in October. But now I want to go over some fun stuff. I finished the pitch deck for Dumpster Donna, and I will put together a little video on that so you can see it. I also had a screenwriter friend send me a pitch package for the virtual Pitch Fest, and it's an online site where you can pitch to producers and production companies, and they have to get back to you within 5 days. That's part of the deal. So it's not like they can ghost you, because honestly, anyone who's tried to get their stuff out to people in Hollywood know that people just, they'll say, oh yeah, I'm interested, send me your stuff or whatever. But then they don't ever follow up. It happens all the time. But this is something that guarantees that, number one, they would be even interested in your pitch, in your logline and reading the script, or not. And you get an answer back within 5 business days. So that's fantastic. And I've got 13 pitches with the virtual Pitch Fest that I can use for that. And the final thing I want to talk about is my visit to the new film studio in Santa Cruz. And I found out about it through a newspaper article. And then I went to the Santa Cruz Film Festival and attended a panel about, filmmaking in the area, the future of filmmaking here. And when I was there, I met the owner of Highway 17 Studios, which is funny because the horror film that I'm going to make in the future is called tentatively Highway 17, and it'd be cool if I could shoot Highway 17 at the Highway 17 Studios. So anyway, I got the information from him to get a tour at the studios. And so a nice gentleman named David took me and my cinematographer Chris around and showed us a studio. And they've got like 2 like really huge big studio areas. Then they have like a little area where you can use like a green screen and just do, like maybe like little YouTube stuff. They've got an edit suite. They've got the makeup room, the little holding area, all the stuff. Oh, and they also have a fully loaded equipment van for all your lighting and equipment needs on film sets. So now I'm just waiting for them to email me the price list, and then I can actually use that price list to help me finish up my budget for the 99%, because part of me being stuck there was like, I don't know where I'm going to get this stuff. Do I have to go all the way to San Francisco? If I get it from there, it's like, what does this cost to like go there? But now that there's something local, it just makes things so much easier for me to figure out. So yeah, so that's basically where I am and how the month of October went for me. It's a pretty good month. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.